Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what to do when your hair is dirty, it's day 3, you haven't washed it, or you're having a bad hair day, or you just got out of a workout class. Myself, I just took a bar class, so my hair is a mess. You're going to need a few products that I'll talk about later, a brush, a comb, and some hair ties to tie at the bottom of the braids that I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you a Dutch and a French braid. I like to start off with a dry shampoo. I'm going to focus this at the root of the hair, just to absorb any oil that's in your hair. Sometimes I like to do this at night and brush it out in the morning. But today we're just going to brush it out right now. Brushing it out just helps get all the white powder that it leaves sometimes. Brush it through your hair so that's no longer visible. Alright. Make sure your hair is all nice and tangle free. Now I'm going to take my hair and split it down the middle into 2 sections so I can show you one braid on each side. Alright. I'm going to take this half and just tie it off so it's not in my way for the first braid. For any kind of braid, I like to put a little bit of an oil in my hands. Not a lot, you don't want to make your hair re-greasy after we've just dry shampooed it, but just enough to get some slippage so you're not pulling on your hair, to kind of rub it into my hands like lotion. Alright, so I'm going to start at the top. This is going to be the French braid. I'm going to take a small section at the top and split that into 3 smaller subsections, like this. Come a little bit closer so you can see. I'm going to take this side section and cross it over the middle section, and same for this side. And then, as I go along, I'm going to add a section to this side, and again pull it over the middle section, and repeat on this side. I'm going to repeat these steps all the way down the back of my head until I get to the nape area. Obviously when you're doing this at home you don't have to do pigtails. You can do one braid, you can do multiple braids. Once you get the hang of these braids, you can be very creative with it and kind of do what you would like. See how the oil is just making my hand slip right through the hair without pulling at all. Again, I'm adding a section, taking that, crossing it over the middle. This actually works quite well with dirtier hair because everything will stay in place better. You won't get as many flyaways like you would with really clean hair. Alright, so now I'm down in the nape and I don't have any more hair to grab. So I'm going to continue braiding down this side like normal, still taking the side sections over the middle section. All the way down. Be careful when you flip it in front like this. You can end up unbraiding your braid if you start doing it backwards, so just make sure that you're going in the right direction. Over the center. And once I get down to the bottom, I'm going to tie it off with a clear rubber band. I like to use these, they're like little corkscrews, if you can see that. This way they don't slip out of the hair, they stay in here all day, wherever you put them. That is your French braid. It's nice and woven into the hair. For the Dutch braid, it starts the same way. I'm going to take a triangle-like section on top again. I'm not going to put oil in my hair or my hands again just because there's already some in there. and split this into 3 sections. This time, for the Dutch braid, I'm going to take the side section and put it under that middle section. This is going to create a braid that sits on top of the hair. You can think of this braid kind of like what a cornrow would look like, or a box braid. Again, adding hair to both sides and pulling that side strand under the middle. I believe the Dutch braid is the type of braid they used for Katniss in the Hunger Games. Hers was basically one braid and curved almost in an S shape around her head. To do that, no matter whatever direction you want the braid to travel in, you just pull harder on that side and it'll start to go that way. But for this, I'm just going to pull equally on both sides so that the braid goes straight down the back. And again, once you get to the nape and you run out of hair, you just continue to braid. This time, again, taking the sides and pulling them under that middle strand. If you have layers and pieces start to stick out, don't worry about it too much. Recently, the Dutch braid has been done in more of a messy style, more beachy and textured. So don't worry about it being too perfect. Once you get the hang of this, it's actually easier to do without a mirror or anything in front of you. It's easier to do by feel than it is by look. Sometimes a mirror gets you all twisted around. Alright, for this one I like to leave a bit of hair hanging out of the bottom. And I'm going to take that same kind of corkscrew rubber band and tie it around there. So for the Dutch braid, I like to pull it apart to give it a thicker, bigger look, gives the illusion of having thicker hair. So I left all this out at the bottom to give me some space for that. You just take each loop and pull on it a bit. And I'm going to do this all the way up the back of the braid. Again, don't worry about it being too perfect. Alright, and for the French braid, for the finishing touches, I like to use a really light old hairspray just to get down any flyaways that we've got going. But since my hair is pretty dirty, there isn't too many. Don't forget to shield your eyes. Alright, well there you have it, your French and your Dutch braid. One is woven into the hair, one sits on top. Remember, dirty hair is totally better for this, and every day it's better to get the oils down through the ends of your hair, keep it nice and healthy. And now you have 2 versatile braid styles you can do at home. There you have it. Don't forget to use your products. That makes it easier to do the braids, helps them stay in place. Alright, well I hope you learned something from this presentation.